married for 51 years. He got 2 sons. I hope that Pinky will hear this too, because this is just a prime example of those men that walk away from their children, even when they know the children are theirs. 51 years marriage. Got 2 sons. One is 40 and the other one is 42 years old. Guess what? They needed to get, tested to see if one of them would be a good match for a kidney. So they tested the sons. And guess what? The father came to find out after all these years of marriage, 51 years of marriage and 2 sons, that guess what? Those kids are not even his. After all these years, those kids are not his. And the man is a white man. I don't know if the wife, I didn't see her, right? But he's telling his own part. And I said to myself, wait. So the kids are not his. He said, I'll be damned. He always said that the kids were just like their mother. But now he comes to find out that they're probably like the milkman or the pool man or the lawn care man. Because he's trying to say that that's probably who she slept with and had those 2 kids, right? And only God knows. Maybe the 2 kids are from 2 different men. But I asked myself, how could a wife be with a man for 51 years of marriage? I don't know when they had those kids, right? Well, probably 11, 10 years into marriage. But now he come to find out that the kids are not his. You want to tell me that his wife didn't already know that? Or maybe she was sleeping around with different men and sleeping with him, so she wasn't sure who them kids belonged to. And that man has to find out at this age that he is now, because you know that he's probably in his 60s or maybe older. He's now finding that out, that those 2 boys are not his. All because they needed to get tested, because somebody needed a kidney in the family, and they figured out one of them would be a good match. And when I listened to that, I said to myself, but look at these worthless men out here, though. Some of them that got children by these women, and they just walk away from the women. Some of them ain't taking care of the children. They ain't doing nothing for them. No child support. They ain't helping pay their way. Nothing they ain't doing for these kids. But look at this man that stood there for all them years, and now at his age finding out. So what does these dads that walk away got to say for themselves? When the children are theirs, is what I want to know. When the children are theirs, when you hear stories like this, it's unbelievable. And not only that, how does that woman feel that he's married to? That he's actually came out and got that on the internet. People that is seeing his face, if it's really his face, you know what I mean? But the man is speaking and saying, he'll be damned, whatever, such and such. What about all the neighbors that live around them that will see this? The family members that know that they've been married all these years. And that man thinking that them children, he says, but come to find out that they're not. They're not. There was never like him. And that's why he always would say that those kids are just like their mother because they're nothing like me. But he said, thank God that he didn't birth those kids because of how they are, but not knowing that they're like somebody else. And he don't know who, because maybe he didn't question the woman. Maybe he didn't. Maybe he did. And maybe she herself can't answer the question. And again, when I listened to that, of course it brought me back to thinking about a story that happened out here on the Blue app as well. For a person that was saying that a child was not his, but still yet, when the child turned out to be his, when the child was born, he still walked away. So, you start asking yourself to make these things make sense when you see similar situations. Because I call these things similar situations. Why? They all involve kids. They all involve kids. It involves a woman. It involves a man, a husband. But it's mostly involving the children, the kids. And the kids are the ones who suffer in most cases. In this situation here now, where this man is coming out, obviously those children probably don't even know who their real daddy is either. So are they going to now be wondering, well, if he's not my dad, who is my real dad? Now the mother got to answer some questions. Is she going to be able to answer those questions? She might even start having palpitations and going into all kind of shock. Because again, these people have to be older. 51 years of marriage, even if they got married at age 20 or 19. Hello, these people are already up there in age. And I said, how do people live in themselves when they do these things? Mala, I'm going to tell you right here today. Me, if I'm married to someone and I go and sleep with somebody for whatever reason, whether it was because me and he had an argument or whatever happened, and I get pregnant, man, I'm going to tell you something right here. So, okay, if that's just somebody that I am going with on the side, there's no way I'm going to keep that child and bring it in a home with my husband and just pretend like it's his. No, I would have to get rid of that child. I'm sorry, but I'm going to say that. Because me personally, I won't be able to just live my life knowing that these children or this child is not my husband's, but I'm pretending for all these daggone years. That's not right. I'm sorry to tell you it's not right. If it happened and you want to keep that child, you better tell your husband the truth. You better be honest with him. And if he goes, then you got to understand that he made that choice because of the decision that you made as well. JP Hart said a woman can take a secret to her grave. And yes, you are right. There's a lot of women that do that. But is it right when it comes to a situation where children are involved? The children don't even know who their real daddy is. If God forbid something happened to one of them children and they need something to save their life, and the mother is no longer here to be able to provide it or give them whatever, the father is not a match. The father that they thought was their father is not a match. How are they going to know who their real daddy is or who their real relatives is to reach out to one of those people to be able to get what is needed? They're going to have to depend on a stranger that would have to be perhaps a match. So is it even fair to these children, whether they're staying homes like that, where this dad is not their real dad, or even the evil ones that living in houses with the women give birth to children, but they already have planned to leave because in their eyes it was a mistake, and they still leave knowing that the child is theirs. Me personally, if I was a child like that when I grew up to a certain age, man, I want nothing to do with that man. And he could be my father, okay, but I'm going to disown him too when I get to a certain age and find out what he did and how he walked away, even though he know that he was my dad. In this situation now, these boys, 40 and 42, they probably got their own families, their own lives, their own children. Could you imagine how that's going to impact them when they get that shocker? So I must say, this is just unbelievable. Oh my God. When they get that shocker, can you imagine? They're probably going to be wondering now if their wives that they're married to, if they're married, will do the same thing that their mama did to their daddy. They might even secretly go and get their children tested if they already got kids. I was like, wow. And you could tell the way how the man is talking about it, like he saw her. And who wouldn't be to find out this after all these years? I was like, wow. Did he really stay in the house with that woman living? Because how could he even face her after finding out that? You know, after all these years. It's really, really sad. But as women, even though we would take things to our grave, we also have choices. And like I said, we know that accidents happens, mistakes happens. Men live in houses with their wives and their girlfriends, and they go on the side with other women, get other women pregnant. Sometimes they don't tell the wife in the home. They just let that woman have the baby secretly, because maybe they tell her she got to get rid of it. And she said, nope, I'm keeping this baby, even if you take care of it or not. Sometimes the women in the homes don't even know that they got these children on the outside, right? But that's a different situation. Even though it's not right, it's still different. It's on the outside. But this woman brought hers in. Now he is saying they probably like the milkman, they probably like the mailman, they probably like the pool man. He's going down the list of everybody that probably came to his house, did work over the years. Because obviously she leaves him to start thinking of all kind of different men that these children could now belong to. Does she know who the real daddy is? Maybe she doesn't, maybe she does. All depends again on who she was sleeping with, or if she was a person that was sleeping around at that time. But Deborah Nelson said when the children get older, they may resent their mother for not being truthful with them, regardless what happened when their relationship. The children deserve to know who is their father. And you are right. But the question is, does she know? That's the question, right? Does she know? So now that man, her husband, he's left to start going on the list of who could be these children's daddy. Who could be their daddy? He doesn't know. And the question is, does she? How many people was she sleeping with in a marriage with him for all them years? How many people were she sleeping with? Was it just a one-time thing when men were coming to clean their pool or the meal men? Only God knows what the hell was going on there. He might be thinking that he's one of those men, but maybe it was somebody else on the outside. That again, she herself probably don't know. But now she has questions to answer, because obviously the children found out as well. Because when they went to do the test to see who was a good match, that's how they found out that he is not even their daddy. So those children now are probably going to also, like you said, resent their mother, because now they're in shock of, oh my God, like this man took care of us all these years of our lives, and this man was not even our dad. But I'm sure they're going to be grateful to him and still respect him for that. But what about their mother that didn't tell them nothing, that just live in that house and pretend and act like nothing? And she probably is going to tell them she didn't even know that he wasn't their daddy. I'm sure she's going to probably say that, because if the woman is probably 70 or older than that, all depends on the age that she had those kids. Can you see her at this age trying to tell these children, oh, I don't know who your daddy is? Like, can you imagine that part? Deborah F. say, yes, he did. Yes, if you're talking about the man himself being there for them children, never questioning nothing. All he said is he was really saying over the years that the children are just like their mother, because he said they were nothing like him. So who else can he push it to other than her, because he didn't think that there was no other man involved. So it's really sad. And a lot of these men out here that are not taking care of their kids, they're not doing their part, whether it's with medicals, helping to feed them children, their supplies needed, whether it's clothes, whatever is needed for them children. They should be ashamed of themselves. Because you know why? They will leave that wife or that girlfriend in the house with them children and go and take care of somebody else's child that come along. Like I said, we saw it and we ain't done seeing it yet, because there's more to come. And if they get children with that other person that come in their life, guess what? They're going to have to help take care of that one day so too, because they're in the house with them. Meanwhile, the children that they have on the other side, they're not taken care of. Because why? Something with the mother. They spike the mother. They despise the mother. The mother got enough money to do it. All of these kind of different things that they start thinking about. Again, we saw situations on this app right here, so that shows us, that tells us how it goes down. And over the years as well, of seeing or hearing other people's situations. But this one here took me for a loop. And the reason why it took me for a loop is because when I heard the age of the children, I was like, what the hell? What? 40 years? 42 years? I know 17-year or no 20-year-old children. These children are already grown. They're soon going to be what? Grandparents probably. All depends on how old the kids are. So can you imagine finding out things like this? I'm surprised that the man, well, God is the one that kept him. That man could have had a damn heart attack when he found out that these children were not his. And he didn't find out because of his wife. He found out because of a hospital that did testing to see if they were a match to give somebody a kidney. Can you imagine finding out something like that on the side? You would be like, what? No, this ain't happening. This is not true. No, something is wrong. I'm sure he said a lot of things. But Selma says, simply sweet peach, once is a mistake. Twice has purpose to work. She did not get one child, but 2 children. That is cruel. Very. And not only that, it probably from 2 different men. Think about it. Because one child is 42. She went back 2 years after that, had another child. So chances are that both of them probably don't belong to the same man. So that's what I'm saying. This woman was going around. She was really doing her thing. Unless she had a relationship with another man while she was married, and maybe they belong to that man. Elaine said DNA test must be mandatory in America. DNA test should be mandatory all over the world, darling, not just in America. Because you think that things like this only happen in America, Elaine? No, darling. No. Things like this happen all over the world, darling. All over the world. Because there's a lot of women out there that they either marry or maybe they marry, but they're sleeping with this one and they're sleeping with that one. When that one can't provide their needs, this other one is providing their needs. So it's not just America, darling. Don't think that way. Trust me. You'll be surprised the amount of stories and things that you see out here on the internet of people that are going through similar things. So it's not just America, darling. Trust me. Sharon, I see you in there. Deborah F. say, wishing you guys a wonderful day with many blessings from Trinidad. Thank you so much, darling. You as well. Hello, Catty. So, Elise, do not think that it's just America, darling. You go all over the world. All over the world. Don't you know that these things happen in the Caribbean as well? And it's been happening for years where people have children. They think that it's the man that they're living in the house with, but it's not. But do people go and do DNA tests? They just accept it because they don't know. They don't know. They believe that the child is theirs. It's theirs. Because what else are they to believe? When they're living in a house with a woman, right? Are they going to say, oh, well, she must be cheating. Oh, she's doing this, she's doing that. No, they're not. So they know DNA tests that they're going to go and get done, darling. But it happens all over the world. So even though this man is telling his part there, so a white man at it. So when they think that, oh, black people is this and black people is that and black people are the ones that fall into those categories, that's a lie. Because there is W women out there as well that does the most. But Elaine said, in America, men go to jail. In America, unlike other countries, go to jail for... When you say, Elaine, that men go to jail in America, like other countries, but go to jail for what? For not paying child support, or what do you mean? Well, I mean, yeah, some people go to jail for not paying child support. All depends on how long they missed. Their driving license could be suspended. All these different things happens, yes, in America. I don't know about other countries, but I'm sure in other countries they probably get some sort of penalties. She said child support. So what happens in the UK then? And men are not paying child support. The woman report it. What happens in the UK is if they don't end up going to jail or serving some sort of penalty for that. Tell me what happens, darling. But, you know, I like to put it out there because people say, oh, most things happen in America. This happens in America. No. There's a lot of island people that will probably tell you that people were saying that the neighbor child didn't look nothing like he nor the woman. Who child is that? All kind of things. I am certain when I was back in the islands, darling, I heard things already like that. But this body child didn't belong to the man that they live in the house with. Yes, darling. Whether people was putting stories out there or lies, I heard that. Even in the islands. So that's how I could say it's not just America, darling. People think that only certain things happen in America. Nope. It doesn't. There's men in other countries as well that just like how that Pinky one left his child when the child was born, there's many men that do that, darling. In different countries as well. Not just in America. Because maybe they already had plans to go and be with another woman. Or maybe they was already planning on leaving that woman and she got pregnant and now they felt like Do I really have to stay just because of this child? And they decide, you know what? No, this ain't working out for me. I'm going to take care of my child. I'm going to support them, but I'm still out of here. They do it all the time. Women in the hospital, men go and they go on about their business. They don't care. They ain't even there for the delivery. Sometimes the woman pregnant, and even before she gave birth, they already left. Because they already made up in their mind that, you know what? She's pregnant, but this isn't working out. This woman got pregnant by accident. This was never planned. They still leave. Well, how many women you see out there that tell you that they're pregnant, but they don't know where the father is? They don't. He just left. He gone on with his business. He ain't looking back to see how she's doing or nothing. By the time that child born, they now gotta try to track you down if he got a social security number to find out where the hell he is so that he can come and pay some child support. They can get him to pay child support. So Elise said the rules in the UK are not strict. They changed the law. Previously, it came out your earnings called attachment of earnings. Nor you now you have to apply, but it's usually up to the woman to chase for support. Most women do not bother in the UK. Really, they got to chase? All right, well, that's not right. And the woman should have to chase once they file something in court, or if they go through a lawyer or whatever. It should be easy like that. If they can find a man. Because a lot of these men, they think they slick. They just go and do work that are getting paid under the books, where they're not getting no check, no pay stub, nothing like that. They just do work where they get cash. So nothing could be tracked when they are receiving cash. No money ain't going in no bank account. So it will look like they ain't working, right? And if they got a social security number, obviously, if they ain't getting no checks, no pay stubs, how is money going to show under there? How's employment going to show under their social security number? So a lot of them know how to play the game, darling. They've been doing it for years and years. And I'm sure that they ain't going to stop now. Because a lot of them believe, oh, well, I told her to get rid of that baby. I don't know why she keep the child for. Let she take care of the child herself. And that's the mentality that a lot of them have. Hello, Sharon. How are you?
Hey, good morning. I was doing my like a fast, so I still go around and check with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was just listening and I was saying that the difference in America or some
Mm-hmm.
other country in the Caribbean country with the daddies, the men, sometimes they leave their wife
Yeah.
or their girlfriend, go have kids with the neighbor,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Or they had their own kids that they're not taking care of. But they pick up a
True.
woman with 10 kids, three other kids, and they're taking care of them, but their own kids, they don't take care of them. And
Exactly.
in the Caribbean, the different when we didn't have like I know in Grenada we didn't have nothing like child support, but
Mm-hmm.
I know parents used to take their kids to courts and they would be getting like $10. Like you're just wasting your time. You didn't used to get a lot of money for taking your kids. So
Mm-hmm.
the woman used to be the Caribbean woman. They are mothers and fathers at the same time.
True.
So them not the one running behind child support. The man is no longer. They do what they gotta do and they take care of the kids by themselves. And the
Exactly.
kids come out very well without the father sometimes.
True. And
Yeah.
isn't it a shame that they go and take care of other people's children or other children that they have by their women and neglect them other ones? All because they're
Yes.
trying to spite the mother. It don't make
Yeah.
sense.
And a lot of them, like sometimes when they had to give the kids something, they want to sleep with their mom just
Mm-hmm.
to give the kids something because without the
Exactly.
mother not giving them, they're not going to take care of the kids.
True. You're right. Exactly. They're expecting something from her, and if she can't give it up, they figure that well, you're not going to get my
Yeah.
money. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You are
And all
right.
along they could be messing with you, but the minute time the kid come, they say, who you pregnant for? Not mine. You better
Mm-mm-mm.
you better go look for that man. So you have a lot of good Caribbean men and you have a lot of ones what was like in that kind of area. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Oh,
So that's the
yes.
different way over here. Like over here, they will take it to child support, and the judge
Mm-hmm.
will definitely put you to jail or something. Even
If you
they try
don't
to say
pay.
like some of them might say like they're not working and stuff like that.
Yeah,
The judge not gonna take it slightly like that. They will tell you to go look for a job
true.
to take care of it.
Exactly.
So
Yep.
stuff
If
yeah, and some of them might not work on the books because they doesn't want to know what they're making. But the
they don't
judge
want
will make them
the
go look
court
for a
to know.
job.
Yeah, they're trying to hide it from the court.
Can I give you a little story about myself? So
Of course.
my daughter,
Mm-hmm.
she born here, and when I was pregnant with her, the dad didn't want. He said he doesn't want any kids. He gave me the money to have abortion, but I'm like, I'm bringing my baby. So
Mm-hmm.
look how beautiful she is now. So I bring my baby. But
Yeah.
after she born, he when she was pregnant with me, he was giving me $100. I make
Mm-hmm.
her, he will still give me $100. If he tell me that he didn't work this week, the
Right.
next week he wouldn't double it. So I ain't saying nothing because I cost I'm taking care of my kids.
Yeah.
But then a couple years ago, um, we went to courts. They asked for information. I gave what I had and they take into courts. But my
Mm-hmm.
daughter was close. My daughter was like 17 years already, going on 18. And the first time I went to Grenada and when I came back,
Yeah.
he said, the the judge when I came back when we went to court, the judge he tell the judge, "Oh, I want a DNA,"
What?
and the judge was like, "Are you serious? Are you running from your relationship? Are you running from your responsibility?" So they had to take out my daughter to school, and they bring her to
How
a
old was
social
she at
worker.
that time?
17.
What?
Yes. And if I wanted to take him to child support, trust me, I would have do that all along when he
17
was working in.
years old.
Okay. But so
Wow.
now we went to court and the judge so they take him me and my daughter had to go to see like a caseworker, a social
Mm-hmm.
worker. She talked to my daughter by herself and she talked to me by myself.
Yeah.
She said what my daughter tell her is same thing like what I say to her. They asked her if she had ever had a relationship. She said yes, they used to go. But in his head, he tried to make them feel like I gave him a 600. The daughter looked pure him.
Mm-hmm.
So so the judge was like, you know what? The caseworker, she's like, you know what? I'm gonna wait and see what's gonna happen
Mm-hmm.
when we go back to court. And this many time we went back to court, he said, Your Honor, I don't want no child. I don't want to do no DNA. That's my daughter. So
Should have penalized you for wasting the court damn time. Why
I
you wait to
said,
try to get
yeah,
17 years to one day? And
but
yeah, what kind of
yeah.
madness is that?
Mm-hmm. So then,
Mm-mm.
so I'm laughing in my head. I was like, look at you. Look at you shooting up. He said, so then he said, but I'm not working. I'm sick, whatever. So she said, well, we're not going to have this going like this.
Wow.
You're going to have to put her name on the birth certificate because all along, he said that he's not going to put my daughter's name on his birth certificate because old child support, he was running for that.
Wow.
So she said before you come back, you have to bring your pay stub, you have to bring everything off your job. We're not gonna just accept it like that. So the
Mm-hmm.
next time we had to go back to course,
Yeah.
I missed the court date because I didn't remember the date or whatever. But anyhow, the case settled. He,
Mm-hmm.
you know what he did? He went and changed my daughter's birth certificate. He went and put his name on the birth certificate because I know him.
What?
So the first time we go into Grenada, I'm bringing my daughter for the first time in Grenada. I know how to get her passport and everything.
Yeah.
So every time I'm doing the birth paper, spending the money to do it online, keep coming back. The money getting shorter, but the thing coming back. So one day we decided to call. We was like, why it is every time the thing is coming back? They was like, because he had to put the dad name on the birth certificate. That time I
Wow.
didn't know he put the name on it. And
Mm-hmm.
whatever decision he make with the judge or whatever, like the next 3 weeks or something, he
Yeah.
passed away. So,
What?
yes.
Wait, the
So,
judge or her
n-
father?
no, the father passed away.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus. Sorry to hear that.
Yeah. Um, so that was it. So it's like if I really wanted to bring it to child support, I'd bring it to child support. But it was like during the time, like before Corona was, we know about Corona. He was sick. I think he had diabetes. I don't know. But then
Mm,
one day he came out of the hospital and he had to go. He came out and the woman he was with say, "Do you want me to do you want to stay home?" And he's like, "No, you could go," because he figured she alone was working at the time now.
yeah.
And she said she told her daughter to keep calling for him and check on him to see what he's doing. And she said when she didn't hear him, she told her daughter to go check for him, and he fall down behind the door, and they get him
What?
and right there, yes.
Oh,
And I'm still my single
mm,
mother taking care of my daughter in college studying criminal justice,
yeah.
and she working and she taking care. But
There you go.
one of his brother take up the responsibility since after he passed, the brother still taking care of him. And he pay her phone bills from the time
Oh,
the father passed. He
that's
send her money on a
good.
weekend and stuff like that. But that
That's
to show
good.
you, yes, how sometimes
Mm-hmm.
situation is. So sometimes when you hear people like judging people or saying things about people, you just don't know.
Right.
And my two boys are same father, but
Yeah.
someone pine
Oh,
him in
wow.
Grenada.
Jesus.
Yes,
Sorry
so
to
my
hear
kids
that.
are their father is no more, the both of them.
Oh, my
So the
goodness.
two boys is same father and my daughter, but they no
Mm-hmm.
longer the father no longer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Sorry to hear that, dear.
But that's
Jesus.
okay.
Mm,
Life goes on, you know what I
well,
mean? Because
that's true.
I used to be doing taking care of my children by myself, so it didn't make a difference
True.
to me.
True. Cause
But
you here and they in another country anyways.
yeah,
Yeah.
the boy father was in Grenada, but my daughter father was over here.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
the
Well,
all my children is in here. You know, my two boys came here when they were 5 and 3, and my
yeah.
daughter born here.
Right. Right.
But
Mm.
their father no more, and it
Oof.
always was me. You know what I mean?
Yes. Mm.
So I just decided this I will share that story
Yeah.
because sometimes people think that
Thanks for sharing.
they can't do things by themselves,
True.
or
That
a lot of
women
times when I
can.
hear girls saying like, "Oh, but I stay with him because of I don't who else gonna do it?"
Oh,
I
see,
always tell them,
I can't take care of these kids by myself.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I always
Sure.
tell them if I do it, anybody else could do it. You know what I
Anybody
mean?
can do it. Yeah.
Because it's mother and father. If the father doesn't want to, what are you gonna do? Leave
True.
kids where they, you know,
And if
and
the
those
father is not here today, meaning if they're gone like yours, you got no choice either. You
exactly
know?
kids are
Yeah.
not to be very good kids most of the time.
True, true.
Yes, most of them.
God is good. You know, God is good, and God will be on your by your side
Of
anyways. You know.
course, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And like
Yeah.
I said,
Thanks.
through
Thanks for that.
through this, I am here.
Yeah.
But you see, God is blessing me all the time. You know what I
Mm,
mean? God take
amen.
care of me. And
Yeah.
I have a sister that we was very close as since we growing up, two of us, same mother, same father, out of 5 sisters. And my
Mm-hmm.
sister, she have a house in Europe. She have a house in Grenada because she married. Her husband is a diplomat, whatever. He's a
Yeah.
Belgium, from Belgium.
Okay.
And
Okay.
he met her when she was pregnant. The father didn't want the same thing that she was pregnant. And
Yeah.
the father didn't, he young too and he didn't think, and my brother-in-law pick up my sister pregnant, married. And
Mm,
they live a good life. And most of the time you
mm,
see me traveling is my sister send for me all the time.
yeah. Which is
Every
nice.
every month she send me money to help me with my bill. Every month.
That's good.
So yeah,
That's a
so it's
good
very, very
sister.
close.
Yeah.
Yeah. So most of the time I went to Europe and all of that, Belgium, France, England, all them places already
Right.
because of her. So
See
so
that?
God is
God is
blessing
good.
me in another way.
Exactly.
And she take my daughter with me all the time. It's me and my daughter always
That's
go.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. God is
So,
good. And God will
so
look out
sometimes
for his children.
when one door closed, many are open. You know what
That
I
is
mean?
just it.
Yeah.
Exactly. You said
And
it.
and again, sometimes a lot of people they have talent because everybody God give every one of us talent to make
Mm-hmm.
money. He gives some one, he gives some two, whatever. But sometimes
True.
you're working for people in the morning, they could tell you like, oh, get up, but you could do little things on your own and you can make money. Like with me,
Mm-hmm.
I have orders on my hats, my
Yeah.
crochet hats on them.
Right.
I
Right.
I have my sewing machine. I have a lot of things which I'm going to set up and do my things soon, right?
Yeah.
I be making my hats. I went to Empire Beauty School, so I have my talent to make my money with my
Yeah.
hands. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
So once you
Exactly.
have those things, you don't even have to depend on any man for anything. Because
True.
the minute time you're depending on them, they will, most of them,
They're gonna
they will
bring more
treat you.
headache. They're gonna bring headache to
Oh
your life.
gosh. This is the best life I'm living now, just
Oh
being
God. And think
single.
that you owe them. Think that you
Yes.
owe them because they ain't helping you to pay a bill or whatever.
Yes. This is the
Mm-hmm.
best life I live. Like right now, I'm just waiting for evening reach for me to go to my night of salvation. I go get up,
Mm-hmm.
I go to church, I come back home, I do what I have to do,
Right.
and I don't have to
Right.
worry about anybody. Oh, you
Yes.
didn't cook, you didn't this, you didn't that,
Right.
because I don't want to
Exactly.
cook.
Sometimes women think that, oh, they need a man to maintain or to get by,
Oh
or
hell
no, you
no!
don't. Devin
Because
Nelson, thank you for the 200 stars. You don't.
some of them when they sit down there, like I know one person is like.
Hmm.
She depend on her husband for everything. She will lay down on the bed 24 hours. The husband had to cook. The husband had to come home from
Hmm.
work during the week and cook and
How long you
clean.
think
And
he gonna keep doing that? Especially if nothing's wrong with her, meaning like she ain't got no illnesses that causing her to just lay up like that. How long she think he gonna continue doing
you
that?
know what? Oh, you. And the man say, well, I work all I want is a little boom boom, you know, them Jamaican. And she say, oh, he always work. Yeah, baby.
Oh
She tell him,
God. So that's why he doing it all? That's why he cooking and all this?
yeah,
Cause he ready for the pom pom later.
yeah. So she tell him,
Jesus.
he tell him, oh, you could go get your woman. So he went and get a woman because she said all when she's sleeping in the night, he's dragging her down on the edge. He's taking when she's sleeping. So
But the
that's a,
man figured out she ain't doing that at home, so she should got money, enough energy when the night come to serve.
mhm.
Oh God.
So he
Jesus. I
told
tell you.
he got a
Mm-mm-mm.
woman and she was so upset that now she's making all the time. Oh, yeah, he cheated me. I said, well, if you don't want to give the man what he requires,
So now that the man get another woman, she's mad now?
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Then she stay there, think that the man is just that's why I say how long is he gonna put up with that?
And the Bible says submit to your husband, wife submit to your husband, husband submit. So
Oh
the man
God.
is working hard and all he asks for
Mm-mm.
is a liquor. That when he come and only 2 days a week he coming home, eh?
You mean now?
Because yeah, because he work in the city and he living upstate.
Oh, oh, okay, okay. Mm-mm.
And so they're not all the
So let
time.
me ask you a question then. Who is cooking the food? How is she eating when he in there?
He prepare things and put in the fridge and leave there for when she
What?
comes.
No,
Yeah.
no, 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 no. Mm-mm,
I
mm-mm.
told her to get a good Jamaican man because trust
What?
me.
That's laziness
And
now.
she work for Homeland Security. She's lay on the bed all day and she
Wow,
work and she don't do nothing at all. The husband do
wow.
everything.
That's crazy.
I
Mm.
say when I get big I want to be like you.
Man like that ain't gonna stay for long though. Trust me, they
No,
ain't. They
mm-mm.
get tired of doing that.
Sometimes women like that underestimate a man too because it's like, oh, he's always doing it. I don't know. He ain't going nowhere.
Then
Hmm.
she stand there and think so.
Because if some woman know that a guy's handy like that, he
Yeah.
it, he is the kind of guy he will come in your house and make a 1 bedroom into a 2 bedroom. He knows because before in Jamaica he used to do like like when you change over your cover, your chair and so on.
Mm-hmm.
He could do
Mm-hmm.
that. He could make so
Okay.
really, really handy because they bought a house and he's doing everything in the house.
Okay.
Everything. So
She should she should be cherishing that man then, not give him opportunity to go and get another woman.
treat him like trash. You
Please.
hear me? They
Mm-hmm.
have some women meet good men and then they have some men. But again, sometimes when you see people like that too,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes it's something going on with them as well because she told me that he does be disrespecting her a lot and so on and so forth.
Oh,
Yeah, but
mm,
if you lay, if they say get up and be independent, take
true.
control of your house, whatever, you know.
Exactly.
But if
Especially
you're
if the man ain't gonna be around for a long time.
second,
Mm. So if he decide to leave her and don't come at all, what's she gonna do? Find another Jamaican man that can come and do the same thing?
no, she said she's saying that she doesn't want any man. She could stay by herself, whatever. I said call a wolf
Mm. Okay.
and
Okay.
be happy the week you don't come home too, you know.
Really?
You know, I did not come home this weekend. And I'm like, yeah, maybe with somebody else and you. Mm. And then
Mm-hmm.
after that, when they go around now and they goes messing with that other person, they bringing home the demons for you now. So now you're just
True.
trapped with the bed and you
Exactly.
just, yeah, yeah. So,
I tell you.
and
Mm-mm-mm.
so that is, a lot of situation that people have to work on. When you're married is one thing, and when you're single is a different thing.
True.
So, yeah,
But is she and the man married
mm,
or no? They married?
yeah. Well,
Oh, okay, okay.
she married to him
Mm,
and he had like two kids before. And
okay.
when she met him, the kids was young,
Mm.
and she wanted herself because she had an ex-husband.
Oh,
And
Jesus. Lord have mercy.
they met up. She was young. She used to walk on Wall Street and all of that.
Mm,
But then,
mm,
um, she met him, and she had a son in Jamaica.
mm,
So she went, gave up her job, and she went down in Jamaica until he get his paper, and she
yeah.
bring his son up here. So now he have a big son too, and then she make two
Oh,
daughters for him. But
oh,
hard working person. Like he always like to work, but on the top of it, like she's taking advantage of
yeah.
that, you know. Um,
Wow.
he
Mm,
working and he's very, very good at his job. He do whatever. He's Aries like me. By the way, my birthday is on the 8th.
18
My birthday.
for this month?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, okay. Well, happy birthday in
I,
advance in case we don't see you.
I'm just talking. I just remember today's my daughter's birthday.
Your daughter?
Yes, I'm
Really?
going. Yeah,
Oh, geez. Well, happy birthday to your
yeah,
daughter. How old is
yeah.
she now?
She's gonna be 23.
Oh, my goodness. Happy birthday. Wishing her more. She's a April like my daughter. Yeah.
Yeah, your daughter and my mom only going to be the 6th, and then the last day of March was my sister in Paris' birthday. I even put it
Oh,
up on Facebook saying with her picture. Yeah,
mm, your mother is the 6th of April?
yeah.
That's the same day as my daughter. Wow.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
It
Oh, yes.
uh, one of my sister in Paris. I told you we close, right? So
Yeah.
she two daughter and one son, and I have two son and a daughter. But her first daughter passed
Oh, my
away
goodness. Sorry to hear that.
29. She get
Wow.
up and she wasn't feeling well. Apparently she had a clot blood and she passed out in her brother's hand.
What?
Um, yes.
Wow.
Um, so her two children now, the daughter, her
Mm-hmm.
husband, and the first son, they have the first child, my nephew, baby born on my son birthday. My son birthday is October 25th. So my nephew, baby, boy born on October 25th.
Yeah.
No, October 24th, and the daughter, my sister daughter birthday born October 25th. So they born on my sister and my son birthday. One born the day before. If it was in New York here, they'd have
Mm-hmm.
both born on the 25th on my son birthday, but because it was in Europe,
Yeah.
one born the day before. But my second sister and my sister in Paris' son
Yeah.
and her daughter, they all three same birthday. Because my
Wow.
sister was in the hospital making her child on her birthday, and my sister in Paris was in the hospital together with her, so they all have the same birthday.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Look at that. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
my goodness. Oh, that's awesome.
So
I tell you.
anytime,
Mm,
you know, I don't want to hold up his show and turn it into into
Thank
my
you,
own
Ted.
show.
But
So,
thank you for sharing about your daughter and everything. And it's
yeah,
sad to see that, he fighting you and doing all that. And look, now his life is gone.
yeah, and my daughter is doing very well.
But how
And
long ago he passed away? Like how many years?
maybe like 6, 7 years.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah.
Mm-mm-mm.
Um,
Who waits till a child gets 17 years old now to want DNA tests?
exactly.
Don't even make no
And he knew
sense.
that was his child from day one. That's why he turned around and said, yeah, Anna. And she asked him, she's like, do you want to run from your responsibility? Because every time he go, he was giving like an excuse. And my daughter didn't give a damn anyway. She didn't give a damn
Mm,
because,
yeah,
she, you know, they
that's
always knew
crazy.
I was always there for them.
Yeah.
And they didn't really care, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, a mother have the anointing to raise their kids.
Absolutely.
That's a mother could be
Absolutely.
cooking, washing, doing everything at the same time and have the
Everything.
child up on them, right?
Yeah,
Let the mother go on first. See how
true.
panicked the father is. The father had to
Mm-hmm.
get even a woman to beat up the kids and all kind of
Uh,
thing because
I'll get
when they out.
I'll get their sister or their mother to
Yeah,
help step in to help them
yeah.
out. Yeah, you're right.
But we women have this anointing to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why
True.
when somebody says, "Oh, I'm a single father," uh, I'll be looking at them like, so you're going to stay there and take all the abuse, all the slap, everything, just because for the name of baby dad?
You know?
And then the other day when the virus came, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was saying, damn. Imagine some of them I couldn't stand one another, how they had to be in the face
True.
all day in the house. Some of them may
Yeah.
run mad.
But you know what? If they were sick, they couldn't annoy each other that much anyway, because some of them could have barely breathed properly. All
I
depends on how bad they had it. You know what I mean?
yes.
But we know
Some
that
of them
them men
run.
that would wish that the women would be gone or the children life. Look at the one that we see here on the Blue app.
Mm,
Is he doing a good job being a good daddy? No. Is he capable of doing that full time? No. It will be a disaster. You understand what I'm saying? So a lot of them men that say, "Oh, I could take care of my children. The mother ain't got to be in the picture, whatever."
I see good daddy.
Some of them, but not
I
all. Some of
see
them
good.
can do it.
I see good daddy. Like my sister, husband went to Belgium. Well, he have one daughter with my sister, but
Hmm.
the other two, I told you the daughter was passed another one. He pick up my sister pregnant, and when we go out in Paris, I mean shopping. Like let's say the girls, we could get all the nice things cheaper.
Yeah.
This boy only wanted his name brand sneakers,
Wow.
and the mother, I don't have time for you. And the father was like, give the boy what he wants.
Mm,
And now growing up and everything like that, and they had their own thing going, their own business. They take care of them. They pay for something like when they go on vacation, they pay for all of them trip and everything like that.
yeah.
My niece has opened her own business and so on, and that's the father biologic only
Mm,
child, right? But the rest,
right.
nobody. You can't if you don't say nobody wouldn't know. The only difference is that this man take care of them. When my niece
Hmm.
passed, he called. He was crying so hard. That's the first time I ever see he cry like that.
Wow.
He's so crying, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it doesn't mean that you take a sperm donor to be a real to be a dad. There are
True.
people out there who would pick up, and sometimes a lot of times people they're losing their blessing because God has somebody prepared for you who are going to take care of you, but you're wasting your time with that person. My
Yeah.
first love and wasting your chance and all of that, and then after that, they still dump you.
Mm, mm,
Nobody didn't to dump me. I was the one dumping. Yep,
well, if it ain't working out, it ain't working out, right? Why
yep,
stay there? Why
exactly.
subject yourself, especially if you're in a marriage, you know what I mean?
Right.
And even some cases, all depends in a marriage, you might have to still go anyways.
And then
Mm-hmm.
you look at them, and then especially the ones in the Caribbean, every Monday morning they get up, you see their eyes swell up, black and blue, because the man beat them the night, and they have to make all kind of excuse. Oh, I hit my head on the bed.
Mm, yeah. And they stay in that repeatedly over and over and over. Mm-hmm.
I know one of the guests watch I beaten one time. She escaped one day from a window, and I had to rescue her in my house.
What?
Yeah, because the man lock up in her house and he used
Yeah.
to beat her every day. When I see
Wow.
that, her whole eye was messed up, swell up.
Mm,
Yes,
Jesus.
and I had to rescue her because
Lord
if she going back,
have
that
mercy.
man, and
Mm,
she up here now, she up here
mm,
now. But
mm.
it wasn't a good sight when I saw her.
Yeah.
I was like, what this man ponging Lambi? Every part of she body was mashed up.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Mm,
That's crazy. Mm.
yep, you know
I don't.
them.
I don't know why women think they gotta stay with men like them for. Don't even make no sense.
About
Jesus.
but we love because we have the kids and because we make kids with me and some of them women is gonna
Mm-hmm.
cause them woman and then two and tell them, oh, um, yeah, but look at you.
Mm-hmm.
He going with at least he coming home. What? Even if I
Mm-hmm.
don't come, at least he's coming home. At
Yeah.
least he's home with so they rather to take all the beating and all of that and then seeing the
Mm-hmm.
man home. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
See,
It's crazy.
that
It's
I'm kind of
crazy. Oh.
them kind of things, so I ain't like to tell you. The kind of mind I had, I couldn't. Somebody was. So let me stay like how I am until God
So
ready to give me the husband that He have um
it's true.
preparing for me. Otherwise, I'm good to go. You know what I
You
mean?
are right. Exactly. Sometimes it's better to be by yourself.
Uh-uh.
You can do good all by
Tell
yourself.
me
Or you
about
can
it.
do bad all by yourself.
Mm.
Regardless, God still got you going. You're still breathing.
Hey,
Yep.
I'm telling you. So
Thank you so
it's
much,
better,
darling.
as I say, it's better to do good by yourself. You better to do bad by yourself. What is
Not
it?
by yourself.
Just like
Exactly.
up here, like in America, what I see, a lot of girls like they have their children. Every Monday morning they belly big, right? And they're going to get
Mm,
from the government, right? But
mm-hmm.
who is breeding it to make all these kids, right? So the system need to figure out what is going on. So every Monday morning,
Half
they
the time, Sharon, they got different baby daddies.
yes, and then
Mm-hmm.
the man and them sitting outside in the nice car waiting for them when they go in the welfare office to collect the
To
money,
collect.
and
Take what I get, right?
and
You,
and they take these men and them, you suffering and you struggling
mm,
and help, and then they take these men and them to bring them in their house, and then after a sudden you hear the man beat their child or do all kind of thing to their kids because the help is for your kids, but you're bringing a man. So he can't help me to find my own place, but I gotta go get help to bring you inside there. Are you kidding?
mm-hmm.
Even some of them in
Exactly.
the shelter, and the man is outside of the shelter waiting to pick them up during the daytime because they cannot stay in the shelter during the day, so they have to go out. Understand?
Mm-hmm.
When
Mm-hmm.
they go out in the day, they gone by the man house or wherever they go, and then in the
Right.
evening drop them back there. So
Mm-hmm.
to say I have a man?
Don't make no sense.
Nope.
Oh, man, they got a man. They got a husband, darling.
For
Even though they being beaten every damn day, they got
yeah.
husbands.
Mm, mm.
Mm-hmm.
And when they're walking down the street, you will
Mm-hmm.
so believe that they have such a good life, holding hand and everything. But when they read back in the house, they getting beat up, all kind of thing.
Yeah,
And I noticed a fake relationship, a lot of fake relationship on social
true.
media, a lot too. Yeah.
That's good, Monica Johnson. Monica Johnson said Keo is officially American citizen. Congratulations to her. That's
Yep.
awesome. God is
Yep.
good. So
Yep.
for all them namesayers that was saying that she need a dusty bin, she can't get it without him. Okay then. Look at how God proved them wrong, right?
Girl, let me tell
Ain't
you
God
something.
proved them wrong?
A lot of
Oh
people
man.
don't know the system and the law in America
Yeah,
because if somebody files paper for you, that doesn't mean them are the one that give you the paper either because they
true.
could start the paper, but if you're in a relationship where you're getting abused and they're
Right.
going to report it and you have papers and you have police report
Yeah.
and all of that, you could get your stuff like that. If a man throw you out on the street or the
Mm-hmm.
woman throw you out on the street, you could go and file abandonment and you could get your paper. One of my
True.
sisters, that's how my sister get her paper. Because my
Mm-hmm.
mom told her wasn't to get married when she was doing our paper. She
Yeah.
did, and she and the man is a problem. And she went and she filed domestic violence and all of that, and that's how she get her
Mm.
papers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it said. But you know
So
what? What they for evil, God is turning around for good.
Yep.
And he proved
Mm.
that the devil is a
Oh,
liar, right?
yes.
And they weren't they putting that narrative out here for a while now. Oh, she should be good to him. She should be this because she gonna need him to get her
I be
citizenship.
wondering where those type of people come, or where they come, or who raised them, or what kind of training they get. Seriously, because sometimes somebody do, and they actually see everything what happened in the first place. But
Mm-hmm, true. They
go back for
they
what?
see they can't see that. They know they need bifocals. They need
Mm.
bifocals in order to see. Triple, triple
Now they come
bifocals.
in one by one saying they're apologizing.
Mm-hmm,
Okay.
mm-hmm, sure.
In the beginning, if those people was really honest, they could have seen what was going on in the beginning, and even they
Mm-hmm.
come
But Sharon,
like a little
maybe they saw what was happening, but it's the money that kept them doing the
yeah
drama and the saga. Maybe they see
yeah
it. Honestly,
yeah.
maybe they see it. But maybe it's all for the money, darling, because you know they
Oh
got
God.
haters out there, meaning that they got to continue to feed the haters. You get
But
what I'm
that's why
saying?
they cannot sleep good at night now, and that's why
Mm-hmm.
those kind of people and them like that, they have all kind of sickness, all kind of thing in their body because of
They get
what you did.
bad news
Because
and all kind of
yeah,
things.
because people
Mm-hmm.
think and then them is the one I like to say people do things to them, you know. They didn't know own self because at the end of this day, you can when they're evil for evil, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
look at the next one now that gotta go to court in the next few days. Look
oh
at her.
God.
They over there scrambling for a few dollars to get her to get a lawyer or whatever they plan on doing. Look
And
at
this
that.
one was
All
really
for what?
brave. She
All
was
for
really
what?
brave. She was begging for it. She was really begging. She that day when she was there, or that day before, or whatever, when
Yeah.
she was looking for it.
Yeah,
So
exactly. That's what I'm saying.
what is to go fight for now? She and the thing about it, she had videos, so she said it out she more than like somebody sing and
Listen,
somebody sing.
listen. And chances are that when they lock her butt up, she was probably over there crying
Mm,
like a little baby. But she ain't gonna
yeah,
tell nobody that part. Cause
no,
she cried wolf and the wolf came and got her.
oh
They
yeah,
took her over there. I'm
and
sure they were night she was crying.
and I'm
Mm-hmm.
sure them kind of lock up in them place, and then they no joke.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Be
They
careful
say
what
in
you wish
Grenada, they
for,
say in
right?
Grenada they have a part when they behave bad, they just give bread and water to eat. So I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
but I could imagine when they get in those kind of situation there. You don't
Mm-hmm.
want to mess with those African police and those Jamaican police. They're rough.
Mm-hmm.
They're rough.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't play.
But money talks too. And then people, when I say, well, I know about Jamaica, but money talks on the other side of
Yeah,
town. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
but
So,
Gonna
yeah.
be
But
she gonna be on her own, and that's what a
let's
long time she's there, no bail, nothing,
She
eh?
well no, I think they said that she had got out, but probably a few weeks ago. I think they said she had got out when they show a picture of her at the court. I don't even know at what, but I heard she
Mm,
got to go back to court. I don't know what's the
oh,
situation there, but I think
oh
she had got
God.
out, darling. I mean, somebody say they saw her talking on the video, but obviously not the crap she was talking before because she's scared now. So
Uh,
she realized that when you cry wolf, that
of
the wolf will come for you,
course.
and it's real. But when she
Hmm.
was over there staying only and up on the down floor in
I
that
hope
jail, she probably was
a lot of
screaming.
them learn the
Also,
lesson too. I hope a lot of them learn the lesson because for me, I mean, the
no,
truth is the
mm,
truth, right? The truth is the truth,
mm,
and you say
I don't
what you think is right.
I
But
don't think they all learned the lesson, darling.
for the
I don't
ones
think they
that
all.
them are behaving like that, but for what?
You know
The
what,
people that them
Ace?
like,
Some of them think that they're untouchable because of where they are. Like that lizard. She think usually when she was in Nigeria, her skinny butt ain't had a word to say. She was like a daggone dry queen over there, just quiet like a bird. She ain't had a
oh,
thing to say, but as soon as she went back over there, sir, to she dungeon,
mm,
you ain't sit down, she play, she talking again. That's my point. Bullies, type of bullies that are just cowards. Monica
oh
Johnson, thank you
my.
so much for 200 stars.
And then the things they want to say about people that they don't even know. People only show what they want to show you, right? But they
You
go,
call
they
you call that a coward because if you think that you're so big and bad, why when you was in Nigeria, why you can talk, why you can say nothing? All you're showing is a little hot chocolate. You're making it. Why weren't you talking? That's what I'm
mm,
saying. Coward. Mm-hmm.
well, hopefully the one in London will soon come out and talk to.
Yeah, so who they gonna call now? Who they gonna call to tell them to deport her now?
Hmm.
All they deporting and calls that they were, these
Because you
people.
know, the things about it serious. You
Yeah.
and the people what does things like that, they always calling God name. God does not support either
Mm-hmm.
one. So it's either you hate one and love the other, right?
Yeah.
So if you're not doing towards God, you're doing the devil work. So
True.
remember, when the devil come, the devil give me the one hand, you know, he making you feel, oh yes, he's cheering you up. But when he come to take back, he take him with two hands,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So now, look at what happened. For what? For somebody they didn't even know anything about. Now
Yeah,
look at what's going
exactly.
on. So
True.
now each and every one of them by day when they really see everything is uncovered and daily they see nothing is going for them and the person keep growing, what do you think gonna happen?
Mm-hmm.
So they gonna have a lot of them. I hope the one in London come and confess too.
Yeah, all their confession ain't gonna do a damn thing.
Yeah,
But God is gonna show them that they're a bunch of fools, which
yeah.
they have been from the beginning anyway. Because whatever plan God got for you already in your life, nobody can stop it. No
Well,
matter
God
what
bless
they
no
try
man
to do.
curse.
No matter what they try to do. And they wanted to
Yeah,
do their most. I mean,
yeah,
these people
yeah.
were plotting, typing in comments about calling this body, calling that body.
Yeah.
And you just looking at them like a bunch of fools,
But
a
that's
bunch of
what they
idiots that ain't got
should,
nothing to
that
do.
is why
Mm,
they should
mm,
learn
mm,
that. You mean if they were doing the honesty blogging, some of them would have been so far and doing their own things and you know what I mean? But they
mm-hmm.
had to participate in evil or
Because
disrespecting people and
the
think.
reason why, because the master told them that negativity pays.
But they
So
didn't know
because the master told
they
them
didn't
that,
know the master was also setting them up for for to take
mm,
himself out
they
to
didn't
have
know that. No,
uh,
Sharon, they didn't know that the master himself was crazy. The master is
mm,
already local. How
yeah.
you gonna follow a crazy person to become crazy too? Come
Oh
on.
Lord, help me.
Oh God. Only a
Help.
person that want to be mad will follow a madman.
Now
Sorry.
they can see clearly. Now
Mm,
they say they
really?
what they have
What they see?
in. Let me
Mm-mm-mm.
tell you something. This word hate is a very powerful thing
You
too.
are right.
Just doesn't like the way you move. They don't like the way you walk. They don't like the way you talk. They don't, you know, it's like a seed they're planting inside of you, and
Mm,
all it is just this. Every time you see the person like thing, and you just having that thing inside of you, it's like a cancer or something just eating.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, and people don't understand how those things could be very deadly to just hit
Yeah.
someone.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't like somebody, they doesn't think that person, just leave them alone. Before you enter to the person page, exit out and just call it a day. When they come, they will say they don't like it, but they will keep coming on your
True.
page, comment, comment.
Exactly. Make it
For what?
make it make
There are
sense,
so
right?
many other people pages you can go on, but you're coming, so what happened? You know,
Secret
so
lovers. That's what you call them, darling.
I
They're secret
know.
lovers. They lie into themselves.
Mm,
Secret lovers.
I
Thank you so much, Sharon,
yes.
because I gotta get
So
out
have
of
a
here
good day,
shortly,
everyone.
darling.
Yeah.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye.
Thank you, dear. Thanks for sharing.
You're
Yeah.
welcome.
You call them people secret lovers. They're secret lovers. That's all they are. They just lie into themselves. That's what they're doing. Jesus said, let them call the orange head the Jesus. Oh God, when they hear this news, they must go and say to themselves, how did she get there? She probably paid somebody. Oh no, she probably sleep with somebody. Oh my God. I could only imagine the amount of crap they're probably gonna be saying behind the scenes because you know them people are ignorant already. And what can you do with ignorant people, right? Not a damn thing. Let them just be ignorant for the rest of their life. Because you cannot buy common sense. Then he said what the enemy did for evil, God turned it around for good. Exactly. Because I don't even know where they were getting the narrative all this time that she needed him to get a citizenship. Seriously? You know, but let me just leave that one there. So, Jesus said all law abiding citizens are welcome in the U.S. Oh my God. Anywho, That's good news. That's great news. And I'm sure that you're going to hear a lot of stuff on the Blue app from them people there. So I ain't got much common sense. So Mildred says she better than them because better than them. Exactly. She moving up, up. Exactly. And it's good to keep things under the wraps. Sean Johnson, thank you so much for 500 stars. So they know what you're doing, when you're going, nothing. So that's how you do it. Elisa, next thing he will see it, he helped her. Yeah, I won't be surprised. And even if they had to ask him a few questions, so what? She ain't committing a crime. Hello. He's the one that said 3 years ago that he was divorcing her. He was divorcing her. He told the whole world. So the question remains, what is the problem? So even if they go and they research to see, okay, did this woman really use him for a green card? Let's check what's been going on out here. So in the last 3 years, wow. Oh, what? Oh, he said he wanted divorce from her because she almost pulled the daughter's hand out because she make him go crazy because, so he's the one who did this. Hello? Make it make sense, right? You think that people stupid? Come on. The law is stupid. That's why they can go and do research and they can do these things. You think that when people fight for citizenship that they just say, okay, no problem. Yeah, just set that one a date for next 4 months. No, they research. They do their due diligence is what they do. So all the crap that he was saying, oh, somebody's probably looking for a criminal. Oh, they're probably looking for a criminal. They probably did. Make it make sense, right? Did they find that she was a criminal when they were doing research before they get you a date to come for citizenship? But like I said, right? You can't buy common sense and don't care how much they'll $5 and $2 they make from videos, and still ain't gonna buy no common sense for them. They're gonna still continue to be illiterate. So let them go over there and start typing out, yeah, let's call her. She needs to go back. She needs to be deported. She needs to be this. Just laugh at them. I just laugh at the comments that I've been seeing over the years. And I will continue to laugh because it still don't make no sense and it still will not continue to make sense no matter what they do. And let me wait and see the outcome of that court hearing when that next one go to court. Because I don't care how much money they raise for a lawyer, if the court already got it said that she's going to spend some time for all the counts and you call it, be careful what you call for and what you ask for because you might get it. You ask for it. Oh, come get me. I'm tired of being in this house anyway. I'm this and that. Y'all heard how big she talked, right? And what happened? No problem, God. So you asking for it? You calling for it? No problem. Let's come your way. And so that did happen. So only God knows when she was over there in that cell, laying up on the floor or whatever, she was over there crying like a baby and she was saying, God, I'm so sorry. Please take me out of this situation. God, I am not going to do this again. I'll see you guys in the next live video. And bye, people. Enjoy the rest of your day. See you guys. Love you all. Bye-bye.